Nuggets, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to show you how I do basic highlights on Procreate. Right now I'm using the round brush on the painting section, and I'm just lightly doing the highlights on the forehead and the cheek, the nose and the chin. Those are the places I'm going to be highlighting as a base, is what I call it. Make sure that you're not pressing too hard onto the screen, because then the opacity is going to go really harsh. Make sure you're doing the right size on the nose, because I see some people do really thick highlights on the nose, and when they blend it out with Gaussian blur, it's too much, and then the contour and highlight looks awkward and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you're really careful. It's not like IBS paint where it doesn't really matter how much pressure you put on the screen when you use the brushes. And yeah, after this I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing next. So now the brush I'm using is a brush that is not by Procreate. It's a brush that I bought, and it's a skin detail brush, and I use this after I highlight. It just, it makes it come together to me. And I'm gonna show how the picture looks on the Gumroad website if you want to buy it. I think it was about $4, I can't remember, but I'll just put it on the screen at the moment so you'll know, and you can stop it right here and go buy the brush. And yeah, and make sure you get the app so you can easily save the file to your phone. Now I'm going to be highlighting the body, and I know I used to use Gaussian blur to blur it out, but now I'm using the smudging tool, which is the hand tool right at the top next to the eraser, and you just want to do a line, or just how the size of the brush would look when you use Gaussian blur after. But yeah, just do a line like I am in the video, and use the smudging tool and do an up and down motion to get that look in my video right now, and your highlights will look way better. And I'm gonna highlight in the middle of those two collarbones. Don't know what it's called. I'm actually done. And yeah, I'm gonna use Gaussian blur in that. You don't need to smudge there, but on places like that is when you're gonna use the smudging tool to smudge it out, like on the hands, just where you see the highlight hit when you do your morph edits or when you repaint. Just smudge instead of using Gaussian blur. On Procreate, on IBS paint, it's kind of weird smudging on there. I don't know what's going on. It's like the blur tool and the smudging tool is the same thing. I don't know. To be honest, IBS paint is not it for me. It's just weird with the brushes. But yeah, just make sure that your brush is not too thick, and then smudge it doing an up and down motion. It's really not difficult. It's really easy, and your highlights are gonna look really nice and better. So yeah, just forget like whatever I was doing in my old videos. You're all learning with me and growing with me, so yeah. This is the last step in this tutorial, I think, and this is my favorite brush in the pack that I mentioned before for the skin detail when you highlight. This is my favorite brush for doing like the proper highlights on the cheeks, and it's so good. It has like this really good detail when you use the brush, and it does get really intense when you put too much pressure on your screen, so make sure you're really careful. And if you did do too much, then you can always use the eraser and just erase a little bit, create a fade, make sure it doesn't look weird after you erased it. And yeah, or you can just lower the opacity, that was way much easier. But yeah, like, I really like this highlight. I use it in all my recent edits. For all of you that asked me how I do them, it's literally this brush and the other brush that I used to do the detail in the highlight on the forehead that I did before. So yeah, I'm just fixing it up, and this is what I also use on the nose and the nose tip, and that's literally it. If you've gone this far into my video, comment some lip emojis and I'll love you forever. Also, if you're new to my channel, subscribe and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.